Joining us now, former Trump State Department official Christian Whiten. After a series of deadly accidents by illegal migrant truck drivers, we saw this coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good thing we didn't get they weren't put in charge of nuclear reactors or nuclear waste or something like that. But this is pretty close up there. When you're driving something that weighs much, here in Colorado in 2019, he wasn't an illegal alien. He had a green card from Cuba. He shouldn't have been here. But a guy driving a truck managed to collide with more than 20 vehicles and kill 4 people. And then, of course, there is this more recent problem with the illegals Biden let in, and we're seeing this coast to coast. It's also part of the war on the middle class. If you look at real wages for truckers, it has not been good over recent years and decades. This is a profession that used to be at least sort of at the bottom part of the middle class and has been depressed by illegal immigrants intentionally by globalist Democrats.
So, Christian, this was I want you to hear this. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, this was his warning to states who do not comply with the crackdown. Listen to this.
What I can do, Brian, is I can pull their money. That's the leverage that I do have. And as long as they don't comply, there's statutory rules by which I have to abide by. I have to give them, time to comply with our rules. But if they don't, I guarantee you that the federal taxpayer is not going to fund their roads and bridges and their systems when they're putting illegals on the roads and endangering the lives of the American people.
Now, the secretary says that Colorado is dragging its feet, and he's threatening federal highway money to be taken away if they don't step up the process here to get rid of these folks. What do you think about that? The right way to go?
I think that's absolutely the right way to go. There are a lot of us here in Colorado who don't go along with Governor Polis, who is a Boulder liberal, got rich with mommy's money in technology, and all of these California transplants from Boulder through Denver imposing ridiculousness on those of us in the Western Slope and the rest of the state. So for the federal government to come in and liberate us from this style of politics that thinks it's a good idea to prioritize illegal immigrants over people who are from here or who played by the rules and came here legally, I'd say bring it on, go farther. I'd love to see more enforcement. There was basically Tren de Agua was running part of Aurora, a city in suburban Denver. More federal enforcement would be welcome.
Yeah, the money seems to talk here. So on the other side of this, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is offering this incentive for illegal migrants to self-deport. Listen to this.
We will give you $3,000 through the holidays to send you home. We'll buy you a ticket, give you $3,000 to go home, and that includes people that have not been detained, maybe have interacted with us, are detained and don't have criminal charges against them. Yeah, raise your hand. We'll help you get home. We'll facilitate it, and you might get the chance to come back to this country the right way someday.
So, Christian, will this money boost get some more people to self-deport, do you think?
I think so. I think this is a very smart approach. I think it's actually happening in large numbers. We're not seeing it. You do just see people go back. It's a lot better if you play by this rule and depart sort of on terms that are at least somewhat favorable to you as opposed to just being arrested. Makes a lot of sense, and I think it's a pilot program that could work. I think the administration is going to lose before the Supreme Court over birthright citizenship this summer. But paying people who are anchor babies, tell their families to actually renounce their citizenship, and for all the illegals that surround those anchor babies to go home, to pay them, that's probably the way around this because you can't get around the Constitution. So I think this is a very innovative approach from DHS.
Yeah, they get some cash and then the possibility of coming back the right way to do it. Christian Whiten, I appreciate it. Thank you for your take on this.
Thank you.